DJ Metal Craig of Craig's Metal Storm here, and I have the members of the Rekkening with me today. Hey, how's it going? And would you like to all introduce yourselves?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Tracy, man.
Gorzilla, I play bass.
Travis,
What?
you go first.
Joseph Butcher, play drum.
Travis, guitar.
Can I get you to go back in the history of the Rekkening and explain to me how it all got started?
You take that.
I was at a guitar trade show, going down there to help tech for one of the guys who was one of the clinicians for the whole guitar festival thing. Me and Tracy actually had a mutual friend that we didn't know about, and we actually met that day. Over the next little while, I ended up hanging out with Tracy, and she showed me a lot of her Rekkening material on acoustic guitar. And basically, we decided to brainstorm and take her really deadly songs and add a hell of a lot of balls and a hell of a lot of distortion to them and turn them up to like 12.
Yes, 12.
And that's pretty much where we ended up. Yeah.
Can I get you to talk about the... Oh, sorry. Was anyone else wanting to add anything?
Well, the Reckoning is like something that, a positive thing I started out of a very negative place in my life. And I want it to be like a positive force for everybody to know, like, just don't take shit. Do what you fucking want to do. And like, just do it, and we want to push that force. Like, it sounds like it's really negative shit, but it's not. If you really listen to the words and everything like that, it's about getting through stuff and coming out on top and being positive about life again.
Persevering.
Perseverance,
At
for
least,
sure.
yeah.
Perseverance is the essence of the reckoning.
Can I get you to talk about the discography of the Reckonings and what albums you guys have out?
You would know that.
Okay, we have one 3-song EP called Best Served Cold. All the physical copies are sold out. The digital copies are available to our fan club members only, unfortunately, at this time, but join the fan club and you can get a chance to hear some of it.
At thereckoning.com.
Yeah, at thereckening.com. We had a single for a song we have called Riot. We did a 4-song EP, Blue Wave Studios in Vancouver, which is now taken over by people who are building condos in Vancouver, BC. Stop killing the music in BC! Sorry, but I had to say that. Yeah, we had a 4-song EP out of that one, which basically led to the full-length album that we have out right now called What the Fuck.
Can I get you guys to list off what instruments you all play?
I play bass.
Guitar.
Drums.
I guess you can't really.
Lead vocals and bullhorn.
Can I get you guys to talk about how you all met?
Well, I already kind of mentioned how me and Trace met at the guitar clinic, and then like I said, like I saw her. She played me her song, so she knew I was like, I'm a recording engineer, producer, blah 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 guy, right? So she got wind of this, and then she showed me her stuff, and I was like really excited to hear it because, like she's saying, the music has like a dark metal element to it, and a certain sorrowness kind of idea in the melodies that she chooses between the song and what she's singing lyrically. It really reinforces the message of the songs, and the songs are they're all about self-empowerment, never backing down, never giving up, and not being trampled on and become a slave because of bad relationships, become a slave because of bad life choices, end up in a shitty situation. It's all about making you realize that you are the only person that matters in this entire planet. And you have to live for yourself, and you have to do everything you can for yourself, to do everything you can to help your community and your friends. And that's the only way the world's going to become a better place. So that was my introduction to Tracy with that kind of lyrical content. And
Okay,
then Tracy
that
There we go.
segues into the next introduction, I
Okay.
suppose.
Yes.
It was an email on Craigslist, nothing special.
No.
No, we just
Very
play
guitar.
guitar, yeah.
That's it. He's a Craigslist kid. Blame him.
Craigslist.
You'll find me on the internet.
New stage name. Oh man.
Can I get you all to talk about your musical background,
And
instrument-wise?
we have this is our new drummer in Montreal, Joseph. Go ahead.
Well, I met you through some ad.
On the Rekkening page, drummer wanted ad.
Someone sent me an ad that needs a drummer, so I went and jammed with her once.
We're locked in.
It felt pretty good.
Also Craigslist kid.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And then I met these
Electric
two guys like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
or yesterday.
They're from
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah, we just flew into Vancouver a couple days ago. We had a couple of hardcore rehearsals. We're just nailing our shit. We got a show in Ottawa on Saturday, and then we got a show on Sunday in Montreal, and we're here to destroy,
Invade.
invade, and destroy.
Wreck. Shit.
Yep.
Can I get you guys to all talk about your instrumental background, music-wise?
Travis, go for it.
Yeah.
I like jazz and blues and rock and classical, and I like everything.
Where did you learn and how did you pick up the guitar? That's what he's asking.
Oh, I listened to The Who in the backseat of my stepmom's van, and it was like, wow, I need to play guitar, because I was listening to Bob O'Reilly and the guitar solo came on. I thought that was real bitchin'.
Nice.
So I worked at Wendy's and I bought a $60 guitar with my first paycheck.
Awesome.
All right, next.
Justin.
Go ahead.
Well, I grew up in a family of musicians and just been playing drums ever since I could stand up. And I don't know, bands like System of a Down got me into heavier stuff. But then I like a lot of Frank Zappa, Between the Buried and Me, that kind of stuff. Before this band, that's more stuff I played. It's a different pace, but it's fun too. And they're all real into it, so
Hell yeah.
Joseph's
I like
good.
that.
Yeah, man.
Vocals.
I wanted to be a singer since I was 5 years old. I heard Crocodile Rock by Elton John. Started singing my hairbrush. And went through life went on, and things happened, and I was taken away from it for quite a while. And I just got rebooted again about 10 years ago now. So I've always wanted to do it. This is my first serious band. I think we're doing pretty good. And I like the band that I have. And I have a bullhorn.
Always the bullhorn.
Always the bullhorn.
My influences are like Black Flag, Venom, Iron Maiden, Creator, kind of idea. Not only just because they're brutal as fucking hell and they're heavier than shit, it's the fact that the way that they write, the melody reinforces the idea of the aggression. And that's a big thing that gets lost in metal right now. Because that can encompass your band above the rest and make your point in any song or any lyrical content, the idea you want to get to the listener back, you have to get that idea to them. And if you can pull that off in more dynamic ways, then that's more how poignant your message is going to be. And like I said, Iron Maiden and Creator, Judas Priest, like all of it. Black Flag, the hardcore punk scene, DRI, Hatebreed, COC, Cro-Mags, all of it. They all have really, really important messages to say. And they write their music in a way that it really gets across to the listener, not only because of how well the songs are written, it's how they arrange it as a band, how they pick their parts to stand out, etc., right? So,
I think that got a little off.
no, it's asking the influence and stuff. About bass.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
bass.
yeah. Right.
What is the band's immediate music career goals?
We just finished recording our first full-length album titled What the Fuck. It took us 1.5 years to record this album and like 10 years to get the people to do it with us. So we're pretty proud of that, and we're doing a little, we're doing some few dates in this year, and the first one's coming up is Saturday in Ottawa at the Rainbow Bistro. 3 other bands. This is our CD release invasion party. And then we're playing Sunday at the Piranha in Montreal.
And then we get to head out west and play one of the biggest metal festivals in Canada. Loud as hell.
Yeah.
Very excited to be there.
Yeah, we're fucking stoked for that. That's gonna be like insane. Like, I tried to get us on this festival. This was the 3rd try, and they took us on. So we're like, yeah, man, this is cool. So we're doing some shows supporting our album, and we've got a bunch of merch and stuff like that too, all brand new. And we're ready to fucking invade. Are you ready to be invaded?
Can I get you guys to talk about where you have performed?
Vancouver.
Went to Victoria.
And we went to Victoria.
Actually, that was one.
But that's...
Played with the Matadors.
We
That was
played with the
awesome.
Matadors 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, for their
Guys are
Canadian
awesome.
tour.
For their
series,
Canadian
yeah.
tour 2 years ago, I think it was. We opened for Thor in Abbotsford for a Halloween show. We've been playing for live 10 years. Well, we played every dump. We, you know, total gutter shit, and fucking made, you know, a little bit of money, but nothing really hardcore.
But I tell you, we got a hell of a lot of passionate fans
Yeah,
on that, and that was
yeah.
the whole point.
It
We
was just crazy grinding out there, hard, but fuck yeah. That was really, really good. 10 years Vancouver.
Who writes the majority of the songs?
that would be Tracy for the most part,
Well,
and then Tracy comes up with great song ideas, cool chord progressions and some lyrics, and she'll basically show me, and we'll kind of work on a few things, and we'll come up with a kind of a basic idea of a song, and then we introduce it to the rest of the band, and we kind of work on it, and then it develops into its own kind of thing after that.
yeah.
Actually, me and Travis and Tracy have had crazy ass just jamming sessions in the
Oh my
past. And luckily I get a chance to record all of them. And you listen back to the tapes and you're like, okay, here's like 7 song
Yeah.
ideas. And then we end up literally working on those 3 or 4 riffs, and next thing you know it turns into this song, or it turns into other songs, and it just goes on. It's all about being creative, right? But but majority of the
That's
time
kind
it
of
is
the
Tracy.
formula now.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
the formula. Come up with something, go record, or choose the rest of the band becomes a song. Yeah, that's the formula.
It's a hell of a lot of fun.
It is fucking fun.
How has your music evolved since you guys first began playing together?
How has it evolved?
Yeah.
Huge. Like me and Gord were the creators of the band. We've been together since the beginning, 10 years. Travis has been with us now 5 years, which really helped to develop the sound into the more heavy, aggressive sound that we have now. And then we've gone
So
through.
aggressive.
Well, he's not at all, but he can play it. He's not aggressive at all, but he can play it like a motherfucker. And then, gone through multiple drummers. And I just want to say thank you actually to our last drummer who was on the album, Matt Hewer, because he did a great job in the studio for the album, and he's still in Vancouver. He couldn't come out for the tour. So we're glad to have Joseph, and
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
man, Joseph's right up
Holy
there
shit,
too, right? So, it's it's really, really, it's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This next one's one you can each answer. What advice do you guys have for people who want to form their own bands?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
What's your advice, Travis?
Just do it. Nobody told me shit. Like, you
I
know?
think there's lots of bands that are out there, and most people are willing to play with you because they want people to play their instruments and play their music. So if you do that, and eventually you feel comfortable enough to start your own, I think that would be the time to do it. If you feel you're ready to do that, for sure. But there's nothing wrong with joining some other person's band too.
Yeah, exactly. Have
As long
fun.
as you want to play the
Be
show.
adventurous. Have fun.
What's your advice?
I don't know. Pretty much. Nowadays, there's a lot of ways to write songs. You can record them on like GarageBand, tab them out on Guitar Pro. So if you can't find musicians right away, do that. Keep those stored, and if you can't find musicians, join another band. Get at it.
Yeah, just keep playing.
And you keep playing, and it turn out all to be cool. Yeah. So, pretty much just, even if there's nobody around, just keep doing it. And eventually, you'll probably find people to play the shit.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
No, but like my advice is like, here's the trick about music for everybody who's just a hobbyist and wants to take it a little more serious, especially the young kids out there. Like if you learn an instrument and you learn a couple of cool things, then all of a sudden a little light bulb goes off and you go, aha, I figured that out. And then you can figure out the next thing and the next thing. And the weird thing about music is your learning curve starts slow and it rises and you always little eureka moments, and then all of a sudden you realize that I'm a musician and this is what I want to do, either as a hobby or making fun or a pro, whatever level you want to be at. Your learning curve goes straight up and it never stops. When you see all these big classic bands and these big huge rock stars who've been playing for 75 years,
They all
50
started somewhere.
that learning curve today is 90 degrees straight up.
Yeah.
They are never going to be never good enough, and you're never going to reach your limit. That's the whole challenge in music. You can never reach your limit, and it's the journey that's all part of it.
Exactly.
This next one is a two-parter, and it is, what is the name of your most current CD, and where can it be purchased?
Spotify, Google Play, or ask me
Sorry,
the order.
You do it.
It's called W2F. Do I say the
Say
actual?
it.
It's called What the Fuck. You can find it on Spotify, Google Play, pretty much any major
iTunes, Google
streaming
Music,
distribution.
Deezer,
That's right, online.
all that stuff.
Um,
Rekkening.com.
Or you can come to one of our next two shows in Ottawa or Montreal, and you will be one of the few to get them.
Yeah, it's a very limited run.
Limited edition physical CDs, first run. They're available at our next two shows, and they're not going to be there long. They're pretty much.
We already have pre-orders.
Yeah, it's like they're pretty much like you have to come to the show to get one. Please come to the show and get.
So I've heard about one. I own 1%.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
That is. Yeah. He's our accountant.
Do you maintain any social media network sites, and if so, what are the URLs?
All of it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
YouTube, we have a YouTube show.
YouTube, our website, therekkening.com.
Spotify, you can add to your playlist.
Yeah, but that's not really.
They get updates and notifications.
Yes, you share it off Spotify and interact with that. Yeah. I run all the social media, I do all the promotion, I book shows, I organize bands, I do set times, load-ins, gear, this, that, and the other thing, so.
We've got a website
I pretty
too.
much do all that, yeah, I said that, therekkening.com.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, see it's right there.
That's right.
Shirts, pins.
Yeah, nice
big
shirts.
ass Shirts,
Got some pins up there.
big ass pins.
Oh yeah, so that is therekkening.com. Don't forget The Rekkening.
REKK.
REKKENING.
What new news do you have on the Reckoning front?
On the Rekkening.
On the Rekkening front, well, we're playing shows, we're grinding some more, we're doing it out here in Montreal, and it's freaking amazing. The Montreal music scene is really cool, and the people I've met here already are awesome. I want to put a shout out to Outbreak Productions for our Sunday show at Verona. But and then we're going to be doing a music video. We're going to release a single that's not on the album, and tour and again and again and again as much as we can wherever we can.
And that leads me to the last question of the interview. And thank you guys very much for your time. And then after the last question, I'm going to need you guys to get a station tag made. And the last question is, what requests do you have for the fans at Castle Block Radio? A song you want to hear on air besides your own band. You each get a request.
What? Say that again. Sorry.
What request do you have for the fans of Castle Block Radio? A song you want to hear on air besides your own band. You each get one song.
Oh, I want to hear Banner Mink. Black and Roll.
Yeah, that's a good
Cover
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually covering that.
No, it's a secret. You didn't hear that.
No, it's
a
not
surprise.
anymore.
You're not
Gonna
supposed
come
to
check it
know.
out.
Censor. You gotta censor that part. No, son.
Someone took the battery out.
Did you fucking take a battery out of
I
my
don't
phone?
think
I just play bass in a punk rock band, man. I don't know nothing.
Oh, wait.
No. Oh. Okay.
There we go. Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the other three members to come up with a song they want to hear besides your request, Tracy, because you each all get a request.
Sure. Who do you want to hear? Yeah.
Any between the battery and song.
I'd say Totalitarianism by Napalm Death.
Okay.
We all got answers?
Don't pick a song. What do you want to hear?
I don't want to hear. Can I look through our playlist first?
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Alright, Slayer, do Rain and Blood.
Yeah!
Okay, I'll get those in the mix for you guys. Thank you very much for your time. And also, I need a tag saying, hey, this is, and then each one of you guys' names from The Reckoning, and you're listening to Castle Black Radio, where metal lives. Whenever you're
Hey,
ready.
this is past.
Sorry, what's up? We all got? Okay, one more time.
Let me go first.
No, one at a time.
So what would you say one more time?
Hey, this is, for example, Tracy of The Reckoning, and you're listening to Castle Black Radio, where metal lives.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Hey, this is Tracy from The Reckening, and you're listening to Castle Block Radio, where metal lives.
Hey, this is Travis from The Reckoning. You're listening to Castle Black Radio, where the metal lives.
Hey, this is Joseph from The Reckoning. You're listening to Castle Black Radio, where the metal lives.
This is Godzilla, and Castle Black Radio is owning your eardrums. This is where metal lives.
Cool, thank you guys very much for the tag. Let's keep her.
I just want to say thank you to you, Craig, and Castle Black Radio for giving us this opportunity. I really do appreciate the support. I want to say thank you to Dr. Satan's Promotions for connecting The Reckoning with you. And I want to say thank you to Mr. Tony Dolan of Banner Mink for your support.
Yeah.
Thank you.